mum's day out. I say mum's day out, it's literally just me. Kids are going to grandma's. You guys know the deal if you've been here before. If you haven't, hi, my name's Jessiara. I have 2 kids who are on their 6-week summer. I'm on the 6-week holiday. I just told myself, like, my body goes through a lot on a daily basis, and it's about time I poured into myself a lot more. Start doing these things. I know I won't be able to do it weekly, but like every couple of weeks at least. But yeah, I just told myself, like, this is something we need to do more frequently, just so I can, because life is lifing, and it's like motherhood is so all-consuming, content creation is all-consuming, and then on top of that, my health, my condition, my disability, I have to maintain my body and looking after myself, and I need to start pouring into myself more. And I told myself that's something I'm doing a lot. You guys are just going to spend the day with me. I hope you guys like this vlog. Let me know if you're from Manchester, what things you guys like to do here, because I'm still discovering the city. There's so much I have yet to see. I am about to do some skincare and take this makeup off my face. My makeup lasted really good. Like, I didn't expect it to last all day. My hair, she is doing her own thing. I'll leave this down below, by the way. This, I don't know what you call it, extension. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, she's got a mind of her own. She's really just been big and floofed. Like, she's very, I don't even think I showed you guys in her entirety. Yeah, big floofy hair. But yeah, I'm home. It is 7:30. I've literally been out since, I've been out since 11 this morning. My pedicure appointment was at 12. I was a little bit late, but it was okay. I didn't paint it. I don't know why I didn't. I paid online to paint it, but in person I didn't paint it and they couldn't give me the difference. I don't know. I want to talk to you guys about enjoyment in being alone and how being alone isn't a bad thing. And then for the people who are normally alone and who don't have many friends like myself, and I say this to be not to be trendy and not to be relatable. When I say I do not have friends, I don't have friends. And I'm not saying that for pity. I'm not saying that, like I said, to be trendy or whatever. I do not have friends. I can probably count on one hand my friends. And when I say my friends, I mean people that I speak to regularly, people that check on me, that I check on, that I actually care about, that I actually have a relationship with beyond social media. Maybe, but two. If I'm pushing it, even one. That is mostly because since moving from London to Manchester and then having a baby from moving to Manchester and then also having this health condition that slapped me in the face and becoming disabled literally overnight, I have secluded myself and like gone back into myself and into my inner child to being timid. Like as a child, from the ages of like 4 to 10, I was very outspoken, the loudest kid in the room, tried to be the center of attention at all points. Doesn't matter what the occasion was, I was the center of attention. And then from 11 onwards to about 17, I was timid, shy, didn't want to speak to anyone because I got very bullied. I got severely bullied in school. I was uncomfortable with my weight, with my size, with my skin color, with everything. So I went back in myself and I went back in myself and became timid and shy and was alone, which I enjoyed. I really enjoyed being alone. But I think one thing we don't talk about, contacts are coming out by the way. One thing we don't talk about as adults is how to be alone and not being lonely. I like being alone, but I don't like being lonely. What's the difference between being alone and being lonely? Being alone is doing the activities that you would normally do with somebody else, but doing it by yourself. Now I can't see you guys, so I hope we're focused. Like going to a bookshop, going to a cafe, going to a museum, taking yourself out to lunch, taking yourself out to dinner, going on a walk. The activities that you would do with somebody else, with a significant other, with a friend, but you're doing it alone. That's being alone. Being lonely is having no enjoyment in those activities, regardless if you're with someone or not. And then if you aren't with someone, if you are by yourself, you are lonely because that is the emotion, that is the feeling that you feel whilst you're doing those things. Even when you're with someone, even if you're in a group of people, just two of you, you feel lonely. And one thing that I really had to come to terms with was how much I enjoyed my alone time, but how much I hated being lonely. And it's only in recent months, I will like link and put on the screen the products I'm using because you guys know I can't multitask. I will show you the cleansing balm that I'm using. This was gifted. It's from Koba, an independent small brand. Yeah, one thing I noticed in the last couple of months, literally in the last like 2 months or so, 3 months, is how lonely I was. Even though I was surrounded by my loved ones, even though I was surrounded by family and my kids, which I love so much, and I love my home, my environment, those things, and I'm going to be so real when I say this to you, those things in my life started to become unenjoyable, started to become overbearing. My kids became overbearing. My home became overbearing. I felt suffocated in my environment. And that was because I wasn't pouring into myself. That's because I wasn't enjoying my time being alone. I was always with someone, and most of the time, 9 times out of 10, that was my kids. That was me looking after these little people who depend on me, these little people who expect me to raise them and feed them and keep them happy and teach them. I was doing all those things and pouring into everyone else, pouring into my kids, into my relationship, into family, into my job, into my work, and not pouring into myself. I would pour into myself, but in a different way. I pour into myself when it comes to like self-discipline. So I pull myself up on certain traits that I have that is negative, that I think I need to change. I wouldn't pour into myself for self-care, self-love, self-appreciation, for growth, for mental development, mental stimulation. It would always be in a way of trying to mother myself, and instead of mothering my kids, I'd mother myself. And that's something I noticed. So yeah, I said to myself about 2 weeks ago that I'm going to start doing things like this at least once a week. And it doesn't have to be me physically leaving the house to take myself out to dinner, to take myself to a museum. You know, it doesn't have to be me actually leaving the house, but it has to be something that is away from my responsibilities and from my normality of being a mum. For example, painting. I used to love painting. If you've been here for a long time, you would know I used to love painting. It was something that brought me so much joy, and I just don't do it as much. And I blame that. I say blame, it's me trying to find an excuse as to why I'm not doing it. I blame that on being a mum and not having the time. Involve the kids. My kids love painting. My kids love being messy. My daughter is so creative. Like, she's literally me times 10 when I was younger. And instead of like utilizing that and, you know, pouring into her hobby of painting and love for painting, and my hobby and love for painting, I would use that as an excuse because it's too messy and I don't really want to deal with the cleanup. I don't really want to deal with the mess. Like, I had to tell myself, even though you have this condition, even though you have this disability, it is disabling, but it doesn't have to disable your ability. See what I did there? It doesn't have to disable my ability to be me, to pour into myself, to be Jessiara, besides being a mum, a content creator, entrepreneur, podcaster, business owner, you know, girlfriend, partner. It doesn't have to distract from me doing that. And I think I honestly just had to be honest with myself, and I had to be so real with myself. By the way, this doesn't burn my eyes, which I love about this cleansing balm. I had to be so honest with myself with what I wanted in life, in my relationship, in my work, in my business, as a mother, as a family, as a friend. I had to be so real and ask myself what I wanted and how I can help in that situation, rather than expecting things from other people and beating myself up about not being the ideal mother, ideal friend, ideal partner. Start doing things for myself to help me become that, and also help me become a better me for me. I think I'm gonna go in with my oil cleanser from CeraVe. Love this stuff. But yeah, moral of that point is, just because you have responsibilities, whether that is school, college, work, motherhood, being a parent, running a business, whatever it may be, you can't forget about yourself. You can't neglect yourself, because if you're not the best version of yourself, I say this all the time, but if you're not the best version of yourself for yourself, and if you're not showing up for yourself in all these different ways, in your health, in your mental health, in your well-being, in your physical, if you're not dressing for yourself, if you're not, you know, getting yourself ready for the day, that doesn't have to be a full beat, that doesn't have to be doing your makeup, it doesn't have to be getting dressed in the most fanciest clothes. It can just be getting up and doing a simple hairstyle, putting on some jewelry, putting on some lip balm, putting on your favorite shoes, putting on your favorite outfit. Simple things like that that get you up and get you moving. Pouring into yourself before you pour into these other responsibilities that you have makes you feel so much better. And I neglected that. I neglected that side of myself because I just thought, oh, like, I'll be fine. Like, I would be extremely depressed, extremely sad, extremely upset with how my life is going. And it's not factors in my life that's going bad. My life is great. It was me that I wasn't happy with, and I didn't want to accept that because I felt like doing the inner work was too much work. But it's not. It's as simple as giving myself the option of, like, you can look after yourself, you can pour into yourself. You're spending all this money on family birthday presents. When have you taken yourself out for coffee? You're spending all this money on your kids, getting new clothes for them. Do they need new clothes? No. But you're distracting yourself from looking after yourself, from pouring into yourself. Like, I used to tell myself doing my nails was enough. The thing is, I always give you guys advice that I need to start taking myself all the time. This has been for years, okay? And I'm so happy that I finally had this wake-up call a few weeks ago. And I was like, why am I like this? And I fear it's an oldest daughter thing. I am the eldest daughter of my 3 sisters, but then I have more siblings. I've got extended family, but I am the eldest sibling. And with that, I carry a lot of responsibility. Unwillingly, it just happens, unfortunately. And I think also being a mum and also being a content creator and self-employed, I feel like I'm in charge of everything unknowingly. And I think being in charge of everything makes me feel like I need to put all these things before I put myself first. Like I need to put all these things before I put me first. Does that make sense? But yeah, we're gonna finish our skincare, make a cup of tea, and then I need to unfortunately do some admin before my kids come home and mothering responsibilities start. I say unfortunately, I'm blessed. Right, good morning. I didn't manage to get a chance to talk to you guys when I was at home. I'm that person. I didn't manage to talk to you guys when I was at home because this morning was a rush. The kids didn't sleep last night. Amara was in my bed this morning trying to wake me up at 6 in the morning. I said, babe, go back to sleep. Okay, go back to sleep. It is Saturday, it's hair day. I'm so excited. I'm out of breath. I just walked up the stairs. I managed to do some quick makeup because if you know, you have to go to the salon doing your makeup or bring it with you because I'm not leaving there looking the same way I woke up, okay? So I done my makeup. I've just got my scarf on. I might even tie it into like a bun situation. But yeah, I'm at the station. My train, I'm actually really early. I was gonna stop off and get a coffee because I've not had a chance to put anything in my mouth this morning. But I'm very early. My train's in about 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna sit here and read my book and wait for the train. I'd rather be early than be rushing around and being late. That's why I rushed around this morning. But yeah, I'm excited. I've realised I've not really spoken to you guys in this vlog since going out. But we'll do a catch up when I'm home because is this the last day of the vlog? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, we'll catch up when I get to the salon.
Yeah, I remember it was those brown eyes. It took my heart by surprise. Could this be real? Because I dreamt you a chapter that I turned. Too good to be true was the way you made me feel. I needed you. I hope you can see. You made me complete, baby. I've searched high and low.
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. So it's been a weird vlog, this one, because it's not really been consecutive. It's been kind of picking you guys up as and when I remember and as and when things are happening, because otherwise, like I said, I'm at home with the kids, and we're just doing up, relaxing at home. But today's the last day. I wanted to show you guys my hair and explain what happened, because I know I was vlogging and I feel like I showed you guys the end product. If I didn't, I'm sure I inserted a video. My hairdresser was amazing. Like, she honestly was so lovely. She was such a good conversationist. We were chatting, talking each other's ear off. Vibes were amazing. Like, the vibes were 10 out of 10. And I showed her my reference pictures, and what I wanted essentially was not really like a full-on fringe, but like the wispy kind of fringe, long layers, that type of thing. I think she had a different idea of the type of fringe that I wanted, and I wish I clarified, but I trusted her. I still love how it turned out. I just don't love it on me. So with that being said, obviously I done my hair on Saturday. Sunday it was Corey's sister's birthday, sister-in-law's birthday, so went to celebrate that with family. And then I ordered like a closure, and I managed to take out the middle bit myself and sew the closure down, which I was going to go back to her. She did offer, she was so lovely. She did offer to like redo it for me, but I'm with the kids all week. The only time I can go and do my hair this week is in the evenings. And when I say in the evenings, I mean bedtime, 6-7 p.m. So I wasn't going to be able to go in. So I just done it myself. It was very simple. It was 2 seconds. And yeah, it's salvaged. We've managed to make it look. I think when it comes to trying a hairstyle that you've never done before, it can be really scary. A new colour and a new cut. Terrifying. So I think I stared at myself in the mirror for a long time, and I was just like trying to get used to it. Everyone said they liked it. I did like it. I just didn't like it on me. And I didn't feel comfortable. I think that's the biggest thing. If I don't feel comfortable with my hair, I need it to be changed ASAP, because I will just be moody, grumpy, you know? And as you should be, because if it's not a hairstyle that you like, then you should change it. We've got Arlo behind me. He woke up angry, so he's watching some super simple songs. Yeah, we're about to take my rollers down. Today we are going to the dentist with the kids. That's not what I'm vlogging. What I am vlogging is me and Amara are going to start journaling. I say me and Amara, it's more I'm starting my journaling journey, which I will talk to you guys about later today. Like scrapbook journaling, the fun journaling, because I have tried journaling, okay, many over the years. I used to be an avid journaler back in like secondary school, college, kind of university, not really. And where are my concealers? I'm still getting used to my new vanity. And I think coming back into the world of journaling, the internet tells us to voice our opinions and to be critical of yourself and to write down, hi journal, today I done this, today I felt like this, today I'm grateful for this. And it's like, yes, that's a cute concept. I love that, but not for me. I love that, but not for me. And I want to enjoy it again, because when I was a teenager, I did used to do the scrapbook journaling, where you would put receipts and pictures from whatever thing you done that day. I would review movies that I watched, rate them out of 10, and music that I want to listen to, shows that I want to watch, you know? It was a bit more fun. The lighting, whoa. The sun's actually here, but I've got a big mirror in front of me. Oh, that's a good sticky primer. It's my MCO one. I feel like I showed you guys, or maybe I didn't, I don't know anymore. But so yeah, we're doing journaling. I bought a bunch of stuff when I was at the range with the kids the other day, and me and Amara are going to start scrapbook journaling together, which is going to be so cute. Amara's doing it too, but she's doing, I thought of an idea because I saw it on Pinterest, where I've actually not yet done anything. I'm just talking. Let me keep him. because I need to leave the house soon. I saw a thing where, excuse me, where are you going? Amara's sleeping. You're doing a poo? Yeah. Thank you for telling me. Anyway, I saw a thing on Pinterest where a child basically done a version of a scrapbook, but she done a scrapbook for her summer holiday abroad. And I thought that would be such a cute idea if I got Amara like a little craft book and she could fill it with the different things we do this summer. That did kind of put pressure on me to actually do fun things this summer, but I told myself, Jess, you're chronically ill, you're disabled, you're tired. Life is exhausting. You do not have to do something every day with the kids for them to have a fun summer. I had to remind myself of that. That's the plan for today. Dentist and scrapbooking. Fun Monday. I do need to get some work filmed, but I'm still navigating my work schedule with the kids whilst the kids are at home. Prioritizing my children, of course, but also not forgetting about filming, because filming really is fun for me. Good morning. I've literally just opened my eyes. Like, I'm not even lying. I've just opened my eyes. I've just opened my eyes and I'm talking to you. It's because I love you guys. And I filmed this, basically the same clip. Let's turn you guys a bit. I filmed the same clip. Let's give myself a massage because I've got a headache. I wake up with headaches. Is that normal? It's nothing to do with this. I sleep with this all the time, but I wake up with headaches back here. It's so annoying. Anyway, I filmed the same clip yesterday morning. When my hair was looking a bit different. I'll insert some of it. I was basically explaining that I loved my hair. I loved the hairdresser, but I just wasn't obsessed with the look. And I think there was some miscommunication with the style that I wanted. Nothing on her part, more on my part, honestly. I have a hard time sometimes actually saying what I want, especially when the job has already been done. Do you get me? Anyway, so I replaced the fringe with a closure, which was really simple because we did a full sew-in, so there was no closure, no leave out or anything. So I took out the fringe myself and done the sewing, done the closure, and dyed it. Yesterday I was saying that I lost the dye, I'm pretty sure, because Arlo misplaced the box of dye. Never give your kids stuff that you actually need. It was closed and sealed and everything, but he just lost it. Corey found it for me, so I done it last night, and she looks fantastic, guys. I was like wrapping my hair up and I was like, yeah. We knew what we were doing when we said we wanted to do this color, and guys, I think this is like my new color. Instead of jet black. This color was so easy to do. I literally just used the L'Oreal highlights in magenta, and I left it on the bundles for like 30 minutes, washed it out, and we got this beautiful cherry red color. Absolutely obsessed. So you don't always need to go to a hairdresser. It's 9:30. It's 9:40. We woke up pretty late. I say that everyone's still sleeping. Corey's working from home today. He's working downstairs. I feel like everyone's gonna wake up soon. I really shouldn't jinx myself because I always tend to do that. Everyone's gonna wake up soon. So I'm just gonna get myself ready for the day. No plans today. This is actually the last day of the vlog. I think yesterday I showed you guys me and Amara's scrapbooking. I didn't show you it that much because I'm not gonna lie, filming it was quite weird. especially because I feel like I should say this now, because I feel like I'm just going to do it and not say anything. And I don't need to explain myself. But I feel like for those of you who have been asking me, deserve an explanation. I'm not showing my daughter's face online anymore, which is a weird sentence for me because I have been documenting motherhood, specifically with my daughter, for nearly 5 years. I documented my pregnancy journey on here, mostly when I was pregnant with her, when I had to leave uni, when I moved back to London, when I was navigating being a teen mum. And, you know, it was me and my daughter against the world. I was comfortable sharing her face, but I've always said until she gets to school age, until she starts school, then her face is not going to be online. I'm not showing her, because for obvious reasons. And we had a really weird experience the other day where someone in the United States left a weird message on like a hair wash video I done about her, like about her hair, and it rubbed me the wrong way. It made me very uncomfortable, and I was like, from that I was like, yeah, I've always knew I was going to do this. I always knew this was going to be my decision. And I spoke to friends who already like don't show their kids' faces and everything like that. And like the odds are pointing this way. Do you get what I mean? If you're a parent, you already know. Arlo, on the other hand, Arlo's a baby still. I'm comfortable showing his face online. And I know some of you will say, if you're not showing her, then why would you show him? It's honestly just preference. It's honestly personal preference. And at the same time, you're not always going to see him, you know? He is a bit harder to not show because he's still a baby. But with that being said, my kids are not going to be online as much. You will still see them like you did the other day, I'm sure. Like, you'll still see their bodies, if that makes sense. But they won't be all up in the camera saying that she is awake. Hi, gorgeous. Come here. I was just talking about you to the vlog. You okay? Yeah. That was like literally perfect timing. But yeah, I hope you guys can understand. I'm sure you do. I'm sure I don't need to explain myself, but I feel like for some people, especially for those who haven't been here for that long, you'd maybe be like, why the drastic change? Why the blur over their faces? Anyway, everyone's waking up. Arlo's crying. I swear I jinxed myself so much. Good morning. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. Anywho, I'm gonna get myself ready for the day. Don't have any plans for the day. I'm going back to the range actually because I want to get myself some colouring pencils, because I realised whilst I was doing my journaling and like wanting to decorate it, I was still trying to get in the flow of like, what do I want to do to this page? What do I want to do? And I noticed I don't have any fun pens or pencils. I was just using my daughter's one, and even then, half of them is missing. Half of them is dried out because she doesn't put lids on things. So I was like, I'm just going to get my own. So we're going back to the range. I don't think I took you guys before, but we've been about 3 times in the last week. Love it. But yeah, I'm just going to let you guys go on a time lapse. Oh my God. I'm still waking up. I'm going to do my skincare. I want to put on a little bit of makeup. Not too much today. I can't be bothered. And I'm going to show you guys the hair. This is a really strange end to the vlog because I'm so aware. I think that I said I'm going to the range, yada yada yada, didn't show you guys. It was I'm shaking the camera, sorry. It was a very chaotic day. We went to the range. It lasted all of like 15 minutes. I literally went there, got what I needed to get, went to the post office to drop off some vintage stuff, and then went home because both of my kids, yeah, and my legs started killing me. I was like, I'm not doing this. And the rest of the day, I literally have just been doing what I'm about to tell you guys about now and playing with the kids, obviously. But I wanted to end this vlog with a little, because I think midway through this vlog, after I had my solo date, which actually feels like a long time ago, that was about 2 weeks ago now. After I had my solo date, I have really been honing into my creativity again. And if you haven't been here for a long time, I used to be such a creative individual. Like, I lived and breathed the creative world. I had a magazine, like I had my own fashion and arts culture magazine when I was 16, 17 years old. And that was my outlet for all things creative, for all things the creative industry: music, dance, fashion, photography, videography, spoken word, poetry, writing. I was immersed in that world and I miss it so much. I think after becoming a mum, I lost my identity. And then at the same time, being a content creator and being in this ever-changing, fast-paced world, I noticed how chronically online I became. Also, I'm so sorry if this lighting is too much. You can really see the hair color. But I noticed we could always like bring it a bit more. There you go. That's better. I noticed how chronically online I was. I know that's such a common phrase, but that's the best way I can explain it. I just noticed and became so aware of how frequently I was just scrolling for the sake to be entertained, to be immersed, to see someone else's life, to laugh, to cry, to be inspired. I literally just found myself sat there when I wasn't doing anything of substance, just going through TikTok, going through Instagram, which that app anyway. I found myself just becoming a numb human being, and I was like, what ill. Like, I hated how I felt. My brain is turned to mush and I hate it. I hate that when I go to try and put pen to paper, or when I try to come up with a creative concept, nothing. I'm blank. I can't think of anything. And I have to go to Pinterest, I have to go to TikTok, I have to go to other apps to see other people to try and get that inspiration. I never used to do that. I used to get my inspiration from everyday life, from people I saw out and about, from cafes, from museums, from exhibitions, from newspapers, like from conversation. Like, what is going on? So I just caught myself in that rabbit hole and I said, right, enough is enough. And then I spiraled into the world of journaling, and not your everyday self-help journaling. No, because I've done that. I've been there. I hated it. I'm not gonna lie, I've really hated the traditional journaling and shadow work and all of that. I really didn't like it. It just didn't click with me. I think I'll make a whole video on this once I get into the groove of this type of journaling I've been into. This literally has become an obsession in the last few days. I showed you guys the journal that I started with my daughter yesterday, that we just done some arts and crafts with. I even done some more today, but I've been doing more deep diving, okay? And I discovered something called a traveler's journal. I believe that's what it's called, a traveler's notebook. And it is essentially a one-stop shop for all of your thoughts, your ideas, whether that's work, your day-to-day life, your weekly planner. Like, I discovered this and I thought, this is a perfect ecosystem, which I love that word. I got myself a new pencil case. Nothing fancy. I'm so sorry for the lighting. You're just gonna have to get what you're getting. Just got myself a new pencil case from the range today. And I just got some pens, some felt tip pens, and like coloring pencils. And then literally today, this has come today. I ordered it about a few hours ago and it's come by 10 p.m, which is amazing. I love Amazon sometimes. This is my new baby and I wanted to show you, and I wanted to decorate it with you. I haven't really thought this through. I'm a very impulsive human being. If you haven't gathered already, it's the ADHD. I'm very impulsive. When I want something and have an idea, I kind of need to do it then and there. Otherwise, I will spiral and lose my mind. So when I started going down the rabbit hole of traveler's journals and customizing it and everything, I was like, I need mine now because I just want to get started with it. And I'll link down below everything that I show in as much detail as I can, as well as some alternatives, because I know this isn't going to be available for everyone wherever you are. So this is mine. I hope you can see her. It is just this black faux leather. It's actually meant to be like this. Let me fix it. There we go. This black faux leather traveler's book. So when we open it up, I love this so much. I love this. Anyway, we open her up, and I've already started putting some stuff in it. In the first page is just a clear sleeve. I think this, you can put anything. You can put pictures, Polaroids, tickets, like concert tickets, receipts, like literally anything, business cards. Like I've put some business cards in here already. I've actually got some Polaroids that I want to put in here and just store them in here. So that's the first one. So in this one, I love how it's just pre-made, pre-done, because I was going to go above and beyond and get myself a customized one and pay a good chunk of money, but I said let's ease into it before we spend our hard-earned cash on something that we may not even like in the end. You know, this is all trial and error. So this one came with 3 different insert notebooks, like craft paper ones, lines, because hope you can see I'm a writer. I think out of all things, out of writing and doodling and drawing, I'm more of a writer and a scribbler. Like I just scribble down notes, scribble down ideas. So that's what these are for. So what I was going to do, which I need your help, because when I post this, I'm still going to be like figuring out what I want to do with these. And the amazing thing about traveler's journals, if you don't know already, if you're deep into the world of journaling and everything like that, hit me up, give you some tips. But what I love about this is it is literally like customizable. So when these books are finished, you just pop them out and replace it with a new one, which I'm obsessed with. But yeah, at the back of this is like a clear sleeve that, again, you can put anything in it, store whatever in it. So that's what I'm going to do. But I thought with you, before I end the vlog, we can just like make it a bit cuter, because whilst I love it like this, you guys know I'm a simple girl, I wanted to add some charms. And I don't have any actual charms. I more have old earrings and gems and bits that I can add to this, because there's like a little bit on the corner, I hope you can see, this little gold bit, and then the bottom, and then over here, where you can like add gems. Even on the front of it, I might add like a little charm or something, but I am planning on buying some charms and some gems, even going into the shops, because I don't really like buying these type of things online. I'd much rather be in person and see it. So maybe on the weekend we'll go into Manchester, we'll go into the city and have a little gander to customize this. And I'm thinking of getting like another mini notebook, because whilst I love like this size, it fits perfectly, I want to get like a minier one, just for like random doodles, random notes. I still don't know how I want to organize it. I'm thinking to have one of the books for content, for my creativity, my ideas, video ideas, content ideas, whatever. The second one to be more personal, more of a quick journal, like whenever I have something on my mind, just to get it down. I have my bigger one, so the one that I showed you guys earlier, that one's going to be my get it down onto paper, pen onto paper, and just like get my thoughts out. This one's more just quick, you know, just a quick rant. And then the last one, I'm thinking more innovative stuff, so books I want to read, music I want to listen to, films I want to watch, that type of thing, because I am trying to get back into that world, because social media has literally dumbed down my brain, where I have zero attention span. I can just about read a few lines in a book without tuning out and like static, which I hate, because I never used to be like that. But that's my new obsession. Like I have been so deep in the world of journaling and scrapbooking and that type of thing, and especially during the 6-week holidays, I thought this is the perfect time, because I'm not going to be like focused on running about, doing the school run, even working. Like I'm still working, of course, but because I'm at home with the kids, I want to prioritize my kids, of course. So I think this will be a fun little task to do. So I thought, to end the vlog, let's just add some charms, if we can add some charms. If I can't, then that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? But I've got some old like earrings and bits. I'm just gonna play about with it and see. And yeah, we'll see if we even do anything. If not, then there's always another vlog, because you guys know, once I get hooked on something, I get hooked.